you could make $7,000 to $12,000 out of a garage every month.
Like clockwork. You're making money without doing anything. How much is that making you a year?
Yeah, about 1.3. The public doesn't know about it. I offer the funding. So all you got to do is just bring me the location. People in this business don't tell you how to start it. I do.
What do you think the number one thing you wish you knew when you started?
I'll leave you guys with a quote. One of the best quotes I've ever heard.
What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, I got a real treat as always. Arian Nazari in the house.
How you guys doing?
Folks, you guys want to pay attention, especially if you're looking for opportunities. This dude's an entrepreneur and founder of Smog King, creator of a Smog Check business empire in California before graduating from USC. Iranian immigrant who came to the U.S. at age 5, overcame criminal charges at 18. What'd you do?
That's a conversation for another podcast. But,
What'd you do?
I was underage drinking, fake ID, resisting arrest. There was
like a normal kid.
It was
all right.
Stuff.
Turned his life around and now mentors aspiring entrepreneurs to acquire their first business in the smog industry, which coincidentally, I freaking love the whole concept. Why? Well, because dude, the states mandate you get smog checks.
Yeah.
Like all you need is a receiver. So if you open up a smog shack with, obviously it's not this easy, but if you open up one of those little smog shacks that I see around town,
all over,
you're going to get customers. The question is how many, what's your brand, what's your process, So you figured it all out and now you're helping people get their own.
Exactly.
And you partner with them.
Exactly.
So it's not like, dude, they can even like, you'll pay for everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So the legwork basically gets done by my team. I got 16 right now as we're sitting. You saw some of my numbers off the camera, but what's another 10?
And so folks, pay attention, because if you're wondering, how do I make money? How do I get rich? All these people, I'm tired of hating on them. I just want to start participating. That's what I would suggest. Stop hating on the people that figured it out. Everybody's a scam. Everybody's lying. Everybody's cheating. Everybody's stealing. When in reality, that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay. Some people are, but some people have also figured out a system that they're happy to show you and capable of showing you because they've already done it themselves. So you have 16. How much is that making you a year?
Yeah. A year net?
Yeah.
Making about 1.3.
1.3, basically, and you're not in these smog shops.
I'm not even in California right now.
You're just cruising around.
Yeah.
So you have what's called an actual business.
Yeah.
So folks, pay attention, because I'm going to ask him some questions that it's going to either give you a roadmap to do it yourself or reach out to the dude and he'll show you how to do it. So, dude, everyone else right now is chasing AI startups and social media brands. And so why did you pick smog shops? And did people think you'd end up this successful?
No, everyone was against me at starting the smog business. No one wanted me to get in. My family didn't talk to me. Friends were against it.
Why? Like, dude, it's not like it's a porn shop.
Yeah.
It's a smog business.
Those make good money too. But I mean, the thing is, people hate to see other people outside of their norm, right? People are creatures of habits. And when people are stuck in their same habits, whether that be in their same hometown, same friend group, same job, they get stuck there. I mean, there's a lot of people in this country that have been working the same job or in the same company for how many years, right?
Hoping for a promotion.
Begging
for a cost of living raise.
Yeah, that's what I say. You say people want to get lucky. I say make your own luck, quite frankly, right? Because I didn't really come from anything. And I made that. My senior year was when I realized, could I cuss on here?
Sure.
I realized, shit, AI is getting pretty advanced. Because I went to school for political science pre-law. I graduated high school 2.35. I went to community college, graduated top of my class, 3.97. And from there, I realized ChatGPT came out my senior year, ChatGPT 1, version 1. Passed the bar with like a 85 percentile. Everyone was saying, oh my gosh, the blue collar business is going to go out. Quite frankly, I don't see, when I got to Starbucks, I didn't see a robot making it, right?
Well, why the blue collar business? It's the opposite.
That's what a lot of people thought in the beginning, right? But now you see half of Silicon Valley, you can't get a job. You went to school for 4 years, spent how many hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get replaced by the same system you helped creating. So all of these white collar jobs, these accountants, lawyers, all of these people in tech, coders, those are the people that ultimately get replaced by AI.
They made their own demise.
Unfortunately so. Unfortunately, that's how it is.
Yeah, because it's the blue collar. I've been having a lot of blue collar tradesmen on the show.
Yeah.
And dude, they're all killing it. Like the blue collar millionaires, they're coming up left and right. I know a guy that just freaking started a roofing company 2 or 3 years ago, did 23 mil last year.
Yeah. Well, as long as the IRS is watching, we're not all doing well. We're all kind of going slow right now. But
dude, the way I look at the IRS is very simple.
Yeah.
That's what feeds the golden goose.
Yeah.
The golden goose is America.
Yeah.
That's what feeds the golden goose. Although they misappropriate funds, and the IRS doesn't, but the government does. But anyway, I always say, man, my goal is to become the highest taxpayer in the United States.
Beautiful.
And believe me, I'm nowhere close, but I'm getting closer. But now I'm starting to think, well, shit, maybe that's not the best approach.
Yeah.
I got to figure out some tax advantages.
Yeah.
But anyway, dude, so everyone's chasing AI.
Yeah.
You decided Smog.
Yeah.
Why Smog?
I mean, it's not attractive, right? You drive past those smog huts here in Nevada, right? How attractive do they look? How appealing do they look? Whereas AI, it's shiny object syndrome, quite frankly. 99% of people have that. So when someone like me comes and says, hey, you could make $7,000 to $12,000 out of a garage on the side of a gas station.
Every month. Like clockwork.
Exactly. You saw the numbers off camera, shops are producing in real time.
I did check his numbers, folks.
Yeah.
He's not bullshitting you. I know he's paying too much for processing, which means you need to switch to my real merchant services.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to stop paying credit card fees, just go to realmerchantservices.com and I'll eliminate your processing fees.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll just plug a commercial real quick.
Beautiful.
Now, break down the actual numbers for me. So you're telling me people that can get started with 20, 30 grand.
Yeah.
And what does that money actually buy them, and how long before they're starting to see cash flow?
Yeah. So I partner with my students, as I said, the people in my program. So I just started a shop in San Diego, downtown San Diego. That shop I started for $10,000. Yesterday, that shop hit 19 cars at $60 a pop, right? So that $10,000, a lot of people think it's like rehab on a house, or it's, some crazy investment. In reality, you're getting a garage on the side of a gas station. Like, I can't make it more simple than that, right? So the rent, I pay anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 a month. From there, you got your employee, and then you got your equipment rental. I rent my equipment because it comes with insurance, right? I don't want to buy that stuff. From there, you get 350 cars every single month. The shop makes about $20,000 to $25,000. Your overhead on a typical shop, you're looking at about $11,000 to $13,000, just depending on your rent and your employee. Keep the rest.
What's the downside?
Employee doesn't show up for a day. He gets sick. His wife.
What happens?
Close your shop down for a day. Your most expensive
just
part.
when people drive up, it says closed.
Close, yeah. And you just manage that from your phone. You just close a business. But the most expensive part of any business is what? Your labor. So you're not really losing. You're losing maybe $60 that day.
What are you paying someone to stand in that shop?
It depends in the location, but $4,500 to $5,500 a month. Typical.
That ain't bad.
Not at all. I mean, they love their job.
You might get people applying to be the shop guy.
Technicians, yeah. So a lot of people in my program, that's what they want to do. They want me to open the shop and they want to work there. I got technicians that I've sold shops to. They're making $15,000 a month. I know that because I know how much the shop was making prior to me selling it. $15,000 a month.
Yeah, I think anyone and everyone should be interested in becoming the owner.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they don't think that way.
Yeah.
They just want the job there.
Yeah.
I wonder why. I wonder what makes the difference between people's mindsets because I've always been that way.
Yeah.
Like I was working at a car dealership.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, dude, I need to buy a car dealership. I need to figure out how to own this thing.
Yeah.
I've always thought that way. Is that how you thought?
It's exactly. I had to get my Smog and I walked in there. This was community college after I got arrested. I was working 2 9-to-5 jobs that time. And I walked in to get my registration. I was like, what the hell is going on? I sat down for 15 minutes and then I got to pay $60. I told the guy, hey, could I work for you? He said, I don't need anyone, kid. Leave. I was like, all right, fine. I came back. I was like, could I get an internship here for a class? I might have lied to him at that time. All right. But I learned the entire business model. And then I just figured out how to implement technology. That's basically what it was. I poured every last dollar I had in my first ever shop. COVID hit right after that. I was about to file for bankruptcy, but I'm an essential business. Kept my doors open. I expanded a lot through that time as well too. So
nobody was driving around though.
You still got to breathe air. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
So smog checks are basically to see how much your car is polluting the air. And in cities or in, states like California, we're so densely populated over there, right? You have about 30 million cars on the road.
Yeah, plus they're all, a little bit on the left.
Yeah.
They want to save trees and whales and eagles and owls.
That's basic. Yeah. So that's basically how it is. And then I ended up opening up my first smog shop. I definitely
How
went
much
through.
did that cost you?
It cost $13,000.
So did you have to save that somehow?
Yeah, I was working two 9-to-5 jobs. I was working at Sinopolis, which is a luxury movie theater, and Sunglass Hut.
But 13 grand's not a lot.
Again, you're getting a garage.
I mean, it's a lot for someone listening that doesn't have anything and they're paycheck to paycheck, because it does take a minute to get up 13 G's.
Yeah.
But now that you're where you are and where I'm at, it's like 13 grand. Like that's, dude, I'll throw it just to see if it works.
Yeah. So that's what I get with some people coming into my program. I understand people have jobs. People have lives outside of business, right? I offer the funding. So all you got to do is just bring me the location. My team, I've started over 16. I've sold a few through the years, but I've started 16. What's another 16? What's another 30 for me? The system works regardless of how many you have. I figured out how to replicate that system. That's basically what I got.
So what if you spend your 13 grand and then nobody shows up? Is it the wrong location? Because why are people showing up? Usually it's the ones they see on the side of the road when they're driving by and it's time to get a smog. That's how I pick them.
Yeah. So that's what I say. I say there's a lot of people in business, but not everyone in business makes money. There's a lot of money in business, but not everyone in business makes money. So what do I know that sets me apart? Because quite frankly, the service is the same thing that we're both providing. It's a smog check. But how do I differentiate myself from these people? Is that better customer service, better location placement, better traffic flow patterns, better marketing? Whatever the case is, I've dialed it down basically. Over the first 3 years of this business, I didn't make a single dollar. Why? Because I was just reinvesting in the business. I was a student at the time. I was still, going on my trips and all of that. I had my fun, but I boiled it down to a system that I can replicate and that I can step out of. Because quite frankly, I didn't want to be stuck in my business every day.
Were you in the beginning?
Every single day.
You were at the smog shop?
Every single day, yeah.
I'd have rolled up and you would have came out with them eyebrows?
Well, yeah. I just got them done. No, I didn't work in them, but I was there every day. I just wanted to see the business. And I was in community college. So from 7 a.m. to 12, I was at my shop. And then 12 to 6, I was at community college.
And in California, it's a garage. It's not a shack.
Yeah.
Those little shacks, dude, they fits one person.
Yeah. I just stopped by a few. Yeah.
Every single time I roll into one, they're freaking got 5 cars waiting.
That's what it is. And the guys here, he was like, hey, I saw you on Instagram. I was like, oh, no way. That's pretty cool. But they charge significantly less. So you guys charge about $25 to $30. I charge at one of my shops $55 to $85, just depending on where I'm at. So for every 2 or 3 cars that you guys get, it's one of my cars. That's why I specialize in California.
Why? Because there's more down there?
More money, more cars.
By the way, guys, if you guys are wondering, hey, how do I get a hold of this dude? At Smog King.
Yeah.
Just at Smog King on Instagram, or you go to his website, smogking.net.
Yeah.
Smogking.net. So they come in with 25 to 30K.
Yeah.
And how long until they're cash flowing?
It depends on the student. I have people in my program that open a shop within a week of joining my program. My software is everything.
But if I join your program, you're teaching me what to go look for.
Exactly.
So I got to do the legwork, drive around town and find it.
So the driving, actually, I cut that out. So I have a software that's only exclusive to my students. So we were talking earlier, I got students all throughout the world, basically, but one student in particular in Canada, we're about to sign a shop. He's never even been to California. And he found it through that location.
Oh, you mean I can buy it from a distance?
He can. So that's where the partnership comes in, right? My team partners with you and does all the legwork, sources, employees, marketing, the whole shebang. And then you just find the locations. We split the equity however we see fit. Yeah.
Well, that's the trick. How do we see fit? Depends on who's putting in what and doing what.
Who's putting in what money, right? Time, ultimately, because I'm sitting on not infinite money, but in terms of this business, infinite money, right? So who has the time? Who's overseeing the operation, right? I got people in place. I could put those people, what's another 2 or 3 shops to them, right? It's the same system. But I got some people that genuinely want to join my team and want to be a part of what I'm building. Because 10 shops is not my goal, Brad. 16 shops is not my goal. 100 shops is not my goal. My goal is to take over all of California and then start expanding. So I need people for that.
Why California?
More money, more cars, more people.
It's just densely populated.
We got about, Florida, I think, is the number 2 in the US in terms of cars. They got 14 million cars. We got about 28 million, close to 30 million. And that's increasing every single year, right?
Yeah, but they're not all in one city.
All throughout California. Yeah.
Yeah. So like a shop in downtown LA would probably do better than out in the boondocks and, up above, like say Sacramento.
You never know. I got a student in Sacramento who's making $30K a month off a shop. He's working in a shop. Yeah.
So the partnerships and funding people who don't have the capital, how does that work?
Yeah. So you join my program. I teach you everything. I actually want people online right now to try to find anything about the Smog business. Impossible. I teach you what I know. I take you inside my own shops that have worked and that have not worked. Quite frankly, I'm not here telling you guys that every Smog shop is going to be profitable. It's not, right? What makes my shops profitable? I'd rather have one shop that makes me 10K a month than 10 shops that make me 10K a month. From there, you get added to my data finder. And then I tell you how to use it, what to look for from there. Everyone's in contact with me, direct one-on-one. I don't have any coaches in my program. There aren't any special people. From there, you start siphoning locations. My team does all the legwork. Will this location work? Why won't it work?
Why don't you just siphon it yourself?
I don't have time. Why don't you open up all your emails yourself, for example, right? Or take your car for Smog, for example, right? There's times where I need to focus on how to expand this business. I can't be stuck in the smaller tasks. And I'm not saying finding a location is a small task. No, it's a very big task. But that's what my team and I are here for on the back end, to make sure it profits. From there, we kind of break it down. I sit down and I negotiate the lease with you. Not everyone's been in that process, quite frankly, right? Could someone on your team do some of the high-level negotiations that you do? No. Okay, fine. That's where you come in. And that's exactly what I do with my people in my program. I sit down with the landlord and I push my weight. Quite frankly, I'm the best tenant they're ever going to get. And I'm not even saying that to blow smoke up my own ass, but I'm 16 Smog shops. My company's running 0 debt, lean, right? And we're growing 25 to 30%, 37% year over year. So I use my weight with my students, for my students. We get you a solid location under contract. I get locations with a 5-year plus 2 5-year options, 15 years in total. Most of the times I get first rights of refusal on the land too. So that's my next play that I'm going with after this, after I sell to private equity and all that. But that's where we go.
Who are you approaching? Just little gas stations or what?
Gas stations, mom and pop shops. Yeah. I mean, there's so much land in California.
What if you just stuck it up on an empty lot?
Zoning. So our zoning is very rigorous, especially in California. It's a blue state, right? They don't want cars. They don't want gas-powered cars at that, right? So, and it falls under light automotive repair. That's
what happens if they get rid of combustion engines?
You drive an EV?
No. Well, I have a hybrid.
There you go. Those still need to get Smog too.
I don't want it to be a hybrid. It just happened to be.
Happened to be a hybrid, yeah. So California is rolling out with VSSI checks. Let me ask you this, Brad. You're a self-made man, correct?
Correct. Well, I don't think there's such a thing, but by the definition, supposedly.
You've gotten here off the sweat off your own back, correct? Never.
Well, again, I don't think it's possible to do that.
With the help and assistance of others, right? No one's giving you handouts?
No.
Free $1 million?
No.
When was the last time a government came to you and said, hey, Brad, because you're such a stellar citizen, right? You've never gotten any handouts. I want you to pay less in taxes.
Never.
So let me ask you this. What makes you think they're going to get rid of a program that gives them hundreds of millions of dollars in free revenue year over year?
Well, because there's no engines anymore.
VSSI checks. Vehicle safety systems inspections.
So what you're
checks.
saying is they're going to come up with something that has to be certified.
They already have. The public doesn't know about it. I'm in the business, so I get firsthand knowledge of it. Every EV is going to get vehicle safety systems inspections checks as well.
So
Those
they
are
have to
annually.
get registered. See, it's just a racket. These governments got us freaking running around like cattle.
That's how it is.
Well, I might as well participate instead of hate.
One of my favorite quotes is, if it's not you, then who? Someone's going to fill that role, whether that's Mr. Bradley, Arian, Eric, whoever else, right? You profit from it. The system, the blueprint is already there.
So let's say I join your program.
Yeah.
You start teaching me shit. I run around and I find a location.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to do anything. I just found it. Here you go.
Yeah.
There it is. You fund it.
Yeah.
You staff it.
Yeah.
What's my cut?
That depends. 25, 35%. We sit there.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
What if I want to keep it myself? All of myself.
I'll still help you open up the shop. My end goal is a franchise. So our company wins either way. You still win by joining that franchise. There's millions of burger shops out there. Why do people go to McDonald's or In-N-Out, for example?
Recognition, systems.
Why do you buy Kirkland?
I don't.
Well, I buy Kirkland. Everyone at home, right? Kirkland shirts or whatever the case is.
Kirkland what?
Kirkland, Costco's brand, Kirkland. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Kirkland almonds.
I think my wife gets their water.
There you go. Right. So you buy it because there's a certain level of expectation you have with that product. You go to Valvoline.
I don't know why you're using Kirkland.
Kirkland. I mean, I use Kirkland, right?
But
So
why?
I use Kirkland contacts. It's for my daily contacts. I wear those.
But do you expect a high quality from Kirkland?
100% every time. It's Costco's brand. Costco has cult followers, right? It's a pretty solid establishment.
Really?
So people go to there.
Normally you'd get bigger, more reputable, more prestigious, I should say, more than reputable.
Yeah.
Like
Once I'm in your tax bracket,
like
Brad.
you buy
maybe
Nike, don't you?
Yeah, 100%.
You know who's starting to whack Nike a little bit?
Who?
I think they're called Off. There's just some new
On
shoe.
Cloud.
On Cloud.
On Cloud. I've never tried them.
Me either, but I'm starting to see them everywhere.
I saw them. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, dude, what's with the new shoe?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
But
apparently.
I get your point.
Yeah.
So that's why I would like partner with you.
Exactly.
So what you're saying is, if I want the whole thing, I don't have to let you pay for everything. You'll teach me to do it all myself.
Yeah.
What's the average cost of opening one?
10 to 15K. I say 9 to 13. I average it. Yeah, because I started one in San Diego, $9,300. Started another one, 10K.
Yeah,
like these are.
But you're saying they're netting, $5-10 grand a month.
Yeah, 7 to 12 on net every month. Yeah.
So if I can spend 15 and get 7 a month net, in 3 months it's paid for.
Exactly.
And after that, it's pure cash flow.
So I like to underpromise and overdeliver. I say you'll break even within the first 4 months. And that's truthfully, those are my numbers. I break down my numbers on social media every day. I don't need to fluff. I got tax records. I show that stuff to the people, right? And from there, you realistically break even within the first 4 months. And then you're netting everything after that.
Well, the ones you said you lost, why did you lose on certain ones?
I was young. I just turned 26, Brad. So I was young. I was ignorant. I was prideful, to be honest with you, right? I learned a lot in this business, right? It's difficult being a kid that starts a shop at 19 years old and you're giving orders to someone, not orders, but hey, you got to be here at 9 a.m. to your employee's same age as your parents. Those are the things where it's like, okay, I stepped back and I had to reflect on myself. I had to learn about how I need to basically take a different approach to business while learning from my mistakes. No one in business is profitable in the beginning, but if you can pay someone, if I could pay someone 6 years ago when I first started in this business, $100,000 to learn what I know now, I would do that 10 times over. I've made damn near, $350,000 in mistakes. So how do I grow from that? How do I learn which shops profit, which shops don't, and why? Right? Is that because of the neighbors around you? I've been through it. Every problem you can think. Yeah. I mean, I used to have people that were oil mechanic transmission shops and mechanic shops next to me. They'd park cars right in front of my bay. 19-year-old kid. Who am I supposed to call?
What do you mean?
They would park cars right in front of my bay so the cars couldn't come in and get a Smog in my shop. I learned that stuff.
But why wouldn't you tell them to move?
Jealousy, my friend. A 19-year-old kid starting a business. The guy's been in the business 30 years. He's never taken a day off.
But I mean, how is he allowed to park in front of your shop? Isn't that
Again,
like fire code?
You learn as you go.
Call it a damn tow truck.
That's exactly what I did. But how do I avoid those mistakes, right? War costs money. I'm not in the business of war. I'm in the business of making money. I don't care about those shops anymore, quite frankly. Again, I'd rather have one shop that nets me 10K than 10 shops that net me $1,000. So how do I basically pick the diamonds out of the rough? Because they're sitting all across California. No one's taking advantage of them. Why?
So I could be from Las Vegas and buy one in California.
I got a student in Canada that we're about to sign their lease this week. I'll actually text you once we get the lease. Yeah.
So why don't you just get me 10 for free?
Oh, yeah.
We'll partner up on them.
So make me a co-host on here. We'll sit down and talk with some people.
So if somebody are all yours in California?
Yeah.
And you're not leaving until you're permeated the whole area.
I could leave whenever I want.
Because I mean, you'd think this would work anywhere.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I was in Dubai at the beginning of the year. I was gone in Dubai for about 2 weeks. Went to the Philippines for another 2 weeks. I bought this ticket yesterday, actually. I'm going to Miami at the end of this week. Leaving, I've figured out a way to take myself out of the business. It's state mandated. You got to get it, whether you want it or not. People are there. Customers are there.
But why only California?
More money.
That's it?
Yeah. I mean,
so if they're not in California, they're just not as profitable or what?
They might be profitable. I just haven't looked into them.
Because I've always assumed that when you go pay your $60, that goes to the state.
No. A portion of that goes to the state. So for you guys, I think it's $10. So the Smog shops that I stopped by coming here, they were charging $27, $10, $28, $10 of that goes to the state. So the guy's netting $18. So for me in California, let's just say I pay $10 to the state, I'm charging $60. $50 of that goes to me. Granted, labor in California is more expensive. Rent in California is more expensive. But I figure out ways to offset that, right? By throwing my own weight around, by getting longer leases so the landlords are more willing to work with me. Because when they see you're serious, they're willing to budge on the numbers. These people, they're people at the end of the day. They want guaranteed rent coming in. That's what I provide. My company provides. And I got guaranteed customers coming in. And the business complements each other.
So I would imagine you're looking for high traffic locations, obviously. What about the customer saying, dude, $60 fucking dollars, it's $38 right across the street?
Yeah.
What do you say? Go across the street?
Go across the street.
And it doesn't bother
you? Have to get it done regardless.
Yeah, but usually when there's so many of them, and there seems to be quite a few Smog. I mean, I in my mind, I'm seeing 3 in my head just right around here.
Yeah.
So what if it's a race to the bottom and you get caught in one of these wars where you opened one up, everything's working out, and then someone opens one across the street and it says $19.99 Smog check.
Yeah, they could do that.
What do you do?
Let me ask you this. There's 2 gas stations at an intersection. You see them all the time, so that means both of them aren't making money?
Yeah, they're both making money, but like if you're charging $60 and across the street's 19, there might be a long ass line over there, and then we'll just get you in and out quicker for 60.
Yeah.
Which works.
Yeah.
You ever heard that one story where there's a guy selling pork chops and he has a sign out front that says $5 pork chops, and his neighbor that's competing with him has $4 pork chops. Yeah. And so the guy with the $5 pork chops buys all the $4 pork chops and then puts them for $8. And then puts some $8 pork chops because they're the only pork chops.
Yeah.
Is it the kind of the same mentality?
I've gotten stuck in price wars before. Again, I've gone through every problem under the sun, right? How do I avoid it? In business now, I'm at a point where I avoid those problems, quite frankly. Again, there's a lot of money in business, but not everyone in business makes money. So there's people that work in their own shop that make less than one of my shops. Why? Right? Those people just don't know. They're just in the stone ages with the business. And quite frankly, a lot of blue collar businesses are. They're just so outdated with the times. They don't know how to
Well, they're
keep
not
up.
Operators. They're tradesmen, meaning,
exactly how
A lot
it
of
is.
the blue collar jobs, I start up a landscaping company because I'm a landscaper.
Yeah.
And,
Or your father was a landscaper or something,
Yeah.
and then you just go into the business. Yeah.
yeah, and I grow it, but I'm not really a business guy. I'm kind of a landscaper.
Exactly. Exactly.
And they're succeeding because they're good, but they're not growing because they're not business people.
You want to know what's funny? I got mechanic shops pulling in $100K a month. I don't even know how to change oil on a car. Swear to you. I would, for the life of me, I don't know how to do it. You don't need to know the business.
What if I know
the
somebody with
intricacies.
like 500 mechanic shops? Why wouldn't someone just put it in a mechanic shop?
I do that as well. Yeah. So I got that. But mechanic shops are a little too heavy for people. So my overhead on my mechanic shops, so Smog shops is 13,000, 11 to 13, right? Mechanic shops is like 40, 50,000. I don't put people in that scenario. Quite frankly, mechanic shops are too much. It's too excessive. In California, you got the EPA breathing down your neck. Granted, my shops are clean as a whistle, but Smog is where I really make my bread and butter. That's what I've been focusing on for the past few years. I graduated 2 years ago from USC. Right now, 2 years ago, actually. So I've doubled down on my business very hard. Since the last time I saw you, I expanded a few locations.
What do you think the number one thing you wish you knew when you started?
Business owners, listen up. If you want bank rates without bank delays, you need to check out Cardiff. Cardiff's been helping businesses get same-day funding for over 20 years. We're talking up to $500,000 approved and funded, quicker and easier than the big banks. Apply now at cardiff.co/Brad.
Number one thing I wish I knew when I saw that's a good question.
Like you said, you spent $350.
Yeah. Making mistakes.
Making mistakes. What mistakes were they? Wrong location,
wrong employees, wrong neighbors, wrong marketing.
Neighbors.
Sometimes there's those automotive plazas, right, that you get into.
You don't want those.
I'm not saying you don't want them, right? But vet your neighbors out, right? You can live in $1 million neighborhood, but if your, neighbors are fighting every day and they're, throwing their clothes out every single day, takes away from the place. Number one thing I wish I knew, I learned, probably listen more, because I made money at a young age, and that comes with a lot of ignorance attached with it, a lot of thinking I'm right a lot of the time, and quite frankly, you don't know everything, right? The more you learn that you don't know anything, right? So I wish I would have just listened a lot, watched a lot more.
Are your parents successful?
My father's a farmer. Yeah, he's a pretty good farmer. Next time I see you, I'll bring you pistachios. My mother, she stay-at-home wife. Yeah. My father's a very hard
That's a
worker.
job.
Yeah. A job and a half.
A lot of people don't understand that stay-at-home mom. That's a harder job a lot of times than
That's the most important job on earth.
Than the dad.
Yeah. A lot of the times the kids, go around or they start hanging around with the wrong people. That was me in the beginning. When the officer put those cuffs on and my hands were behind and he read me my rights, my life flashed before my eyes. Because you get away with it, right? When you're younger, because it's like, oh, this kid's an idiot, right? He's dumb. When you turn 18, it's a whole different. I was standing in front of a judge. It's a whole different ball game, and I cried that night. That was the night that I cried.
Yeah,
I didn't tell my
parents. I used to be a little bit of a rebel, a little bit of a hoodlum, and I'd pull some shit knowing full well, nothing's going to happen other than maybe a slap on the wrist or a night at juvenile hall.
Yeah.
My dad would have to come and get me.
Yeah.
But as soon as I turned 18, it was like different.
Switches.
It was like, wait a minute.
Switches.
Now I'm an adult and I can get put in jail.
Yeah.
Which I've been.
Yeah. You've been in jail?
Times. Shit, dude.
You serious?
You talking about
I would have never guessed.
Dude, I've been to jail. I've been to freaking work camp.
No way.
I used to not for anything I did, the work camp. Yeah. The work camp, I was just around the wrong people.
Yeah.
Got pulled into their bullshit and had my name attached.
Yeah.
So I got cracked for something I didn't even do. But hanging around the wrong people is a massive, I would say, factor in whether or not you're going to succeed.
100%.
But when I was younger, I was like, I'd straight up do some juvenile shit.
Yeah.
I'd freaking do some juvenile shit, bro.
Yeah.
And I got away with almost all of it, which is why when I got cracked for these freaking idiots, I didn't do anything. I looked at it like, dude, this is all the payback for all the shit I did.
All the stuff you did over the years.
And I got away with it because I got away with a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
And I had zero ethics or integrity.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if I could get away with it, I'd get away with it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a good thing. That's why when I wrote my book, The Hard Way, it was mainly for younger people that don't understand, like, dude, do it the hard way.
Yeah.
The hard way is the easy way.
Yeah.
Most people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to avoid the discomfort. They're going to avoid the responsibility.
Or they scam people out of a business deal or something.
And it's temporary. And it just never serves you well. The right way to do it is ethics, integrity, do shit correctly, provide value, honor your word, do what you say. Yeah. You know, somebody ever calls me and says, hey, I want a refund I'm like, give them a refund.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we already did that. Just give them a refund.
Yeah.
Like, just give them a refund.
Yeah.
You don't want bad business.
It costs you more at the end of the day. It costs
you way more.
People don't get that.
And not only that, like with social media out, dude, someone can post online. I mean, they post shit, whether it's true or not, but your reputation can get hurt pretty quickly.
100%.
Just being, in social media.
It's a small world in business. Really is. A lot of people know each other, and it's crazy. Like, I see some people that DM me on social media, like, yo, my uncle follows you and they know you. When I bought my truck from the dealer, the gentleman, the sales, I'll say his name, Ed, great gentleman, by the way. He followed me on Instagram. He's like, my aunt follows you. His aunt DM'd me. Random guy, random dealership, random spot. Now imagine if I scam someone or his aunt, you think that guy would shake my hand? You think that guy would actually like selling me that car or like doing business with me? Your reputation costs years to build, seconds to destroy. Seconds, quite frankly. That's how it is.
Yeah, but unfortunately, people can lie and still give it a whack. Yeah. So at the end of the day, here's what I say.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what everybody else says.
Yeah.
Worry about what you say.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more worried about what I think than other people's opinions.
You're the only one that can make this work, and you're the only one that can mess us up.
Well, not only that, but like, dude, when you're getting up, doing the right thing, helping people, you don't have to worry about if someone talks shit on social media.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, they're usually 14-year-old pimple-faced kids that live in their basement.
Yeah.
Like, they're definitely not who you think they are. They have zero influence whatsoever.
Yeah.
There's people online that think they're influential and they'll talk shit about you.
Yeah.
And all they do is drive you more customers.
That's realistically it. Yeah.
That is exactly what happens.
I respond to my hate comments. I just laugh because it's funny.
Do you get them?
I mean? Oh, all the time.
What do they say?
All the time. This guy doesn't make his money through Smog. Smog shops don't make money, and it's like, how do I afford my lifestyle?
You're not claiming that they're making millions and millions of dollars. They're making $7,000. Big deal.
They net you $7,000. Yeah. I mean, my small shop this year is
that's
about
what making is.
Yeah. My small shop is making, or revenue this year is about $250,000. But these guys, I got a question for these people, right? If my small shops aren't making money, because there's so many of them, right? Who's paying the rent? If this studio isn't, providing you, or your office is not providing you some kind of monetary return, who pays the rent here? Because no one ever tells me, hey, here's a free month of rent. Starbucks. There's 1 million Starbucks shops, yet they still keep opening more.
I got a free month of rent.
You got a free? Yeah, so did I on one of my shops.
When COVID happened, I kept paying rent because we kept making money.
Yeah.
If I didn't have it, I suppose I probably wouldn't have because I didn't have it, but I had it.
Yeah.
And so I just kept paying. And the guy that owns this building said to me, dude, we're going to give you a free month of rent. And I said, why? And he said, because you're one of the only people that kept paying rent.
I pays rent. Yeah. My landlords, that's what realistically solidified me was COVID. A lot of business owners out there, if they're watching, my heart goes out to them, because they got bankrupt during COVID. I was open the whole time. I was making money the entire time. You got to breathe air. So it doesn't matter. Earthquake, tornado, whatever the case is, smog shops, the DMV is still sending that paperwork, whether you like it or not. They might give you a 60-day extension on your smog. You're still going to get that smog regardless.
Yeah.
So people underestimate that a lot, right? The power of a business that's state backed. I don't need to worry about anything. The business runs itself, regardless of financial turns, markets down, housing markets down. People got to get small checks.
So, dude, you say you're not selling a course.
Yeah.
You say that proudly and out loud. So what exactly are you selling? Walk me through what someone gets when they work with you.
Yeah. So my program, there's no other coaches. It's just me. So let's just say Mr. Brad here decides to join the program. You and I have a one-on-one call. So I got 2 phones actually right over there. One's for family and friends. One's strictly for the students in the program. So whatever one-off questions you got, I sit down and I get to know you. Who are you? What do you do on a day-to-day basis? How much time can you allocate towards this business? Understand that might change over the years, right? Or over some time, whatever the case is. From there, I teach you the entire business, which you can't find on social media. Quite frankly, the only way to know about this business or the intricacies of this business is if you're a mechanic. Exactly how you said, like you're a lawnscaper or whatever, lawn person, and then you get in the business. I walk you through my own shops, all of the shops that work, all of the shops that didn't, what I look for in these locations, state licensing, corporation structure, business bank accounts, all of that. Lease negotiations. I have examples of my own leases on the program, right? So you get to know this business inside and out. And then from there, you get weekly Zoom calls with me. Once you give me those locations for my team to analyze, then it's go time. Then I tell you, hey, Brad, you know what? This location is great. Go sign the lease. I'll come with you. There's been times where I sign the lease with a student and we meet the landlord.
Are you on the lease with me?
I could only be on the lease or you could be on the lease, whatever you want, right? At the end of the day, that's not my concern. My concern is getting as many locations as possible, which is why I have to help people. Because look, I'm not a guy who's just selfless. I profit from it. I'm just honest enough to tell you that, right?
Well, anybody with a brain in their head knows that.
Knows that part, right? But a lot of people oversee that. I'm not,
or hate on it. It's like, dude,
they hate on it.
Why is he not allowed to make money?
That's what I'm saying. We make money at the end of the day. So the more locations you bring me, why not?
How long do you think it would take for someone willing to work, let's say, 30 hours a week doing nothing but hunting for a location?
Oh, 2 weeks. We would have a shop in 2 weeks.
So if someone's serious and they're like, I'll join your program, I'll go bust my ass. Within a couple of weeks, dude, they're a business owner.
I'm telling you, I've had students within the first week, they got a lease signed. And I'm like, whoa, that's when you know your product works, quite frankly, right? Because there's nothing else online about it. But I get texts all the time. Sometimes my students don't even talk to me. The program is built in a way where you don't necessarily have to talk to me. I'm there if you need me. I love this business, Brad. Genuinely, I wake up and I live my dream life every single day.
Well, because you're making money without doing anything.
But I've always had a dream of being a business owner, right? I wake up and I live my dream life regardless of where I'm at. It's the freedom that I get of being a business owner.
Let's specify, because a lot of people own their businesses, but their businesses own them.
You're a glorified 9-to-5 employee.
They're not in Dubai for a couple of weeks because if they do, their business shuts down.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about is a real business owner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Notice I say real.
Real business owner. Yeah.
Real.
Notice that.
That's my brand.
Yeah.
Real. Because there's always this, you assume some shit, but then when you get there, you're like, well, this isn't what I thought it was. Yeah. That's because it wasn't real.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of business owners that you look at and you're like, wow, he owns his own business. When in reality, he has a job without a boss is all.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this is a real business where you get it set up.
Yeah.
And now you go fishing if you want.
State mandated. Yeah.
And the worst case scenario, your employee doesn't show up. So you get on your phone, you shut the thing for a day and you send someone else over there.
That's it. Yeah.
Open it back up.
Yeah. So once you have multiple locations, you have, multiple technicians, right? So quite frankly, none of my shops really stay closed for that long. They text me the night before, hey boss, I'm feeling sick, or, my wife's got X, Y, and Z. Cool, man. I'm not one of those bosses that's like, no, you got to be there every single, no.
Do you have to be a technician?
You got to be a state certified technician. Yeah. Yeah.
So are those limited?
No. I teach you how to get your license in the program if you want, but that's like a separate thing. You and I talk about it. That's why I get to know you.
Because if a guy in the program owns the shop and wants to work there, he'll probably save $4 or $5 grand a month.
Oh, you're making 10 to 15K a month. And those are low numbers.
Because you're making your salary that you would normally pay someone to do it,
the
and the profit. So like you own it, you work it, you make even more.
So let me put it like this. I net 7 to 12K, right? Per shop. You don't pay a technician. Let's just say, let's meet in the middle. I pay around $4,500 to $5,500 a month, right? Let's say 5K. 5 plus 7, brother. You're netting 12K a month. That's just off one shop.
Times 16, you'd make another shit 80K a month.
Times, yeah. Well, I can't work at all the shops myself, but if I were to work at one shop, yeah.
But then you also wouldn't be able to hang out in the Philippines.
And buy this flight literally yesterday.
So you're just fortunate enough to have a business that's an actual business, a real business.
And that's the thing. I kind of want to dive deep into that. A lot of people say they want money. Brad, what's good about that watch on your wrist if you can't ever look at it because you're working 24/7, or this beautiful office that you're stuck in this office every single day for 14 hours a day? You wouldn't like this office very much. You like the freedom of the business. Freedom is what I have. I don't care. I have friends that are multi-millionaires. They net 4 to 5 million a month. They're working 10 times me. What good is that money?
Well, because eventually they'll get to stop.
How eventually though?
Well, it seems to go on forever because I've been thinking that for 20 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm that guy. I'm the one. I don't have the free. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
But I don't allow myself the freedom because again, I have it to where if I disappeared for a month, I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
But I want to get somewhere, so I'm the guy putting in more hours than I need to because one day I want to press exit.
Yeah.
And when I press exit, I want a lump sum of money.
Yeah.
So big that I can take half of it and go invest it.
Yeah.
And then the other half live like there ain't no tomorrow.
There you go.
And I want to blow it.
Yeah.
And if my kids are listening, that's right.
That's how it is. Yeah. You guys are in
I'm going to make sure my kids get something. Obviously, I think people that don't leave their kids anything are like assholes.
Yeah.
I wish my parents would have left me something.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I figure 50-50.
Yeah.
That's a fair deal.
That's the thing. Well, you have that option. What about that guy that's stuck in a 9 to 5 for 40 years? That's the thing though. You have the option to leave. You don't want to. That just shows what kind of person you are, which is why you're in the position you're in, or for myself.
Well, because if I hit exit right now and I gave half to my estate and the other half wouldn't be the kind of half I'm looking for.
Right.
Because, dude, I want private jets.
Yeah.
I want freaking decadence.
There you go.
I want to live the last half of my life just freaking smoking.
A man of class. There you go. You heard it here first.
Well, I enjoy it, dude. And I'm not afraid to say it. Like a lot of people, especially in the blue collar space, they're making millions of dollars, but they don't show it. They're driving their little work truck around. They might have a nice watch, but basically they're keeping it on the down low because they think it would be hurtful for them to show success.
Yeah.
Well, dude, if you were me, I'd show success because your life could end tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're how old?
26. I just turned 26.
So who do you think is going to die first, generally speaking, me or you?
You.
Yeah, you think, oh, dude, you're twice as old as me, dude.
Yeah.
Your time's going to be up before mine. Dude, you could die tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
I know.
You were saving money because you don't want to live. Like live, people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be smart, but you can also do both.
Yeah.
It's possible.
That's the thing. A lot of people, which is why I go back to that freedom. I love what I do, which is why I don't go. I'm going to Miami just for fun, but I have the option to.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
And you're still young to enjoy it. When I was your age, I wasn't going anywhere. I didn't have much at all. So you're way ahead of where I was. Yeah. And I think most youth is now.
Yeah.
Because of the internet, because of the, shit you can do to make money quickly and somewhat easily.
Yeah.
And almost like work for yourself type of thing.
Yeah.
Like marketing people.
Yeah.
Like, people ask me all the time, what should I get into? Well, number one, marketing.
Yeah.
Because if you're good at marketing, I can line you up with 1,000 customers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so hard to find good marketing people that really know their shit.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. There's a lot of money in business, but not everyone in business makes money. That's the thing. There's a lot of people that want to be business owners. Quite frankly, you're just not you know? And it's not, that's the thing. The majority of people, they're not dumb. The average individual is not a dumb individual. They're just lazy, Brad. They're just lazy.
They're either lazy or they don't know. Because I don't believe everyone's as lazy as people think they are. What I think is they don't know.
Yeah.
Like I got my Smog checked a million times. I didn't realize, hey, 10 of these could set you on a decent path.
Decent, yeah.
Because again, I don't think one's going to do anything for anybody. So you're
well,
playing
for you though, right? Like,
well,
the
not
average,
anybody. Dude, you got to make a couple $100,000 a year to get out of the rat race.
Yeah. Well, some people in my program, this is what they do. So they have one shop that's netting them $7K and they still have their 9 to 5. So that $7K is just coming.
Yeah, that's a
what it is.
Cash flow.
Yeah.
But they're not going to stop at one. And if they do, I would question their ambition.
Yeah. I got students with 4 shops literally right now.
Yeah, but when I'm listening to you, I'm thinking, well, shit, dude, like I need to figure out how to get, 20, 30 of these, 20 or 30.
Yeah.
To where 5 times 20, $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
$100,000 a month's a nice little passive income. You're saying that I could basically open one for, let's say, max 15K.
Yeah.
So 20 of them's what, 300K?
Yeah.
No.
300K.
Yeah,
give or take. Yeah.
So like I have 300K.
Yeah.
I could just go bink, open up and start getting 100K a month. 3 months later, my 300K is back in my pocket.
Yeah.
And I got 100K a month net
Yeah.
hitting my bank account.
Yeah.
That's how you get out of the rat race.
That's realistically it. You just got to expand. That's why I don't have one shop at 16, right?
And by the way, that's
expanding.
also the basis of freedom.
Yeah.
Because if you have monthly expense of 10K and your job's paying you 14K,
Yeah.
dude, you're making decent money.
You're
But
making
guess what?
pretty good money.
You don't have any discretionary income. You got if you stop working, you're smoke.
Yeah.
But if you have 100K a month coming in,
Yeah.
with like whether you get out of bed or not,
Yeah.
dude, now if you like fishing,
Yeah.
and I think this is where you're winning the game because you're not worried about $10 billion.
Yeah.
You just need a good monthly income and then the time to enjoy it.
Well, when I sell to private equity, that's when. So the thing people are overseeing here is my private equity play too. I'm only 26. I got juice left in me till 30 years old. By the time I'm 30, I want to expand to at least, and that's minimum 100 shops. I sell to private equity. I'm done. Right? Now, I also.
What would you do if you were done?
Well, you know this better than anyone, Brad. We're never going to stop working, man. It keeps us young.
I was talking to someone yesterday, dude. He just does blue collar shit, and he's taking his money, throwing it into commercial real estate, usually trailer parks, all this other stuff, storage facilities, and it's just stacking up. He said he's got like he's up to 60, 70 grand a month, and just positive cash flow, plus the equity and the land and all that. Yeah. But he said he bought 64 acres.
Wow.
And he's putting in 360 campgrounds.
Mm-hmm. Just camping? Like RV camps and all that? Yeah,
that's it. Campgrounds. All you need is a gravel pad, water,
electricity,
something.
Outlet,
nothing major. Yeah. And he owns the construction company, so he knows how to do it all. So he just bought 64 acres.
Yeah.
Drop in 360 campgrounds, and it'll do $240,000 cash flow.
I would have never guessed those guys.
Me either. That's what I mean.
You see,
like people don't know.
People just oversee it, guys. There's money everywhere. Realistically, how do you just siphon off a little bit? Now, going back to commercial real estate and all that, you're overseeing where I have first rights of refusals on the gas stations that I'm sitting on, right? So I have this planned out down to a T.
People will give you first right of refusal on the business.
Why wouldn't they? I'm there for 15 years. They're damn near 65, 67, 70 years old.
It doesn't hurt to give you first right.
I'll pay over market value. Look, this is a long-term play for me. This money that I'm making monthly, 1.3 a month, 1.4, or a year, chump change. The exit strategy. The exit is what people don't see. It's great having a business. What's your exit? You start the business with the exit in mind, you work back.
If you go to private equity, you're going to need probably at least a lot more than one to get your valuation up or even get people interested, because there's private equity is not really interested in $1 million a year businesses.
That's where the franchise model comes in. So the people in my program have access to that franchise. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it'll all be kind of a co-op thing.
Exactly.
Because you'll own, a percentage of 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
And people listening right now could be the guy that owns 200 of them with you.
200 of them with me. Yeah. I got students in my program that they literally brought me 10 deals that I'm highly considering these 10 deals. I might just hire them. That's the thing, right? Behind every great company, there's a greater team behind it. So who executes properly? Who's actually on time? I mean, how many people have applied for you and how many people have you denied, right? Not because they're not the best people, but because they don't know how to execute or go that fast as your company's going. So a lot of people in my program, there's other ways. That's why there's no coaches there. It's just you talk to me. You got a question? Me.
Because you want to get to know them.
I get to know everyone. Again, I love this business. I love my business. I spent years, Brad, blood, sweat, and tears I've literally put in this business, right? And the people that are coming in there, I'm basically living my dream, helping other people achieve their dream. Does that make sense?
So what would your goal be in the next 2 years?
100 plus locations. As we speak, I got about 10 locations under contract. It was 6. I got another 4. So
that'll put you at 26.
That's just next year. If I don't expand my company 2 or 3x my personal company to be able to get that. Yeah. Yeah.
You mean yours only, not including the partnerships?
So no, those are with partners, right? I'm saying my staff, my people. I just got to I got to run my company exactly how it is right now and 2x it, 3x it. Then we'd be able to handle more volume. We can handle volume, but I don't want to, again, I under promise and over deliver. I want to deliver at the best that I possibly can, execute flawlessly.
You said you've never had a chargeback or a refund or a dispute?
0. In my program, 0. One time, one guy asked me money because the crypto market crashed. This was last year. The crypto market crashed. He just asked me for the amount for his rent. I was like, dude, fine. I get you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not a course seller. That's why I go on my Instagram and I talk mad shit because I got numbers to back it up. And I went to school. Half of these guys are dropouts, right? They don't have realistically a third of the criteria, right?
Well, you don't really have a course, but you do have a program.
I have a mentor. You talk to me.
But that's still mentorship. You still have a program.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a course.
Yeah. You got to learn the business though, right? Because if I'm going to partner with you, I want someone who's equivalent to me mentally.
What if someone joins your program and you don't like them?
I mean, I've denied people to get into my program that I didn't like.
But what if you find out later? You hit the eject and refund button.
I would give you a refund, yeah.
That's what
maybe. I mean, it depends on how far I'm with you, right? Because I've spent time with you, right?
Well, yeah, you don't want to train me, find out you don't like me, and now I just take your shit and go do it anyway. We've rejected more people from the program than I've actually accepted. Everyone who comes in my program is a person I partner with. And I always say friendship first, business second. Because I'm not going to sit there with someone I don't like or values that don't align with mine. So what happens if you get 1,000 people from this show? That means some of them aren't going to get in?
If they're really ready, right? At the end of the day, my team, I spend money on you in my program. And ultimately, I'm going to spend money on you when we open these shops. Is it worth both of our times? Are you even ready for the business, right? Quite frankly, I want people to actually try when they're in my program. Benefits both of us. I want people that are hard workers, people that genuinely have a vision of being a business owner. We get that going.
Well, I get a lot of people listening to the show that are looking for opportunity.
Beautiful.
And or they've already started something. They're looking for advice or ways you've overcame shit so they can apply it to their business. But I would imagine you're probably going to get quite a few people hitting you up to see about this further.
Beautiful.
I want you to tell me, I definitely want you to tell me how many do. So folks, again, if you guys are thinking, hey, because like I said, I met him before and I was like, dude, we need to connect because I'd like to get some of these shops.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for passive income. I'm not looking to work at a damn shop, but dude, there's people out there that are landscaping for someone else.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, shit, dude, that sounds like something I could do.
Yeah.
But
And 99% of the people in the program don't want to work in their own shops. I'll make that very clear. They want to be in the same position I'm in.
yeah,
Or
like,
be-
dude, I want to
have
put
it
up,
run
I want to
fast.
put up 10 or 20 of them, and I'd rather have you run them.
It's what it is.
Because if you're running them, then I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
I just get my little piece.
That's why it's the one-on-one. I sit down and I talk with you, who you are, what your goal is. That's why there's no other coaches in the program. It's only just me.
So you got people making $5,000 a month, 22 grand per location.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a big range. What determines like the difference? Like, why is someone only making 5 and another one's making 22 from a single location? Is it location?
So your business grows with time, right? So the more people get to know you in that area, they're all communities at the end of the day. So each one of my Smog shops is growing about 25 to 37% year over year right now. And that's because you get more exposure. So in California, every gasoline powered vehicle that's 6 years or older has to get a smog check every 2 years. So the guy came to you 2 years ago, he's going to come to you 2 years later. So
If
that's
he's in
why
the same neighborhood.
Yeah. Most
Because like
people
I said,
will.
I'm not driving 6 states away to get my smog check.
Yeah. So that's when the business kind of expands from there and it matures from there. So some people, you're sitting at 5, but that's only within the first year, right? You're netting that much.
How many
Second
could
year.
realistically someone get in a year if they were dead serious? Like, hey, dude, you sold me. I'm in. Here, I'm joining the program, and now
Yeah.
all I want to do is see how many I could put together in a year.
Yeah. You could really.
And I got money, and I got credit, and I got everything.
Yeah. Good question. You could probably get 4 under contract.
4?
4. Yeah.
So it's not easy finding them.
Not necessarily. It's how much time are you willing to put in? Because quite frankly, look, your life today won't be the same in 6 months, whether that be business, whether that be family, whether that be whatever. If you got nothing to do, you could get more under contract. This year alone, I've been taking social media serious and I've been taking my shops more serious, right? Because I'm done with school and all of this stuff, right? My parents went through something. So I expanded this year alone and I'm not even trying 4 shops. And that's, contractors, all my guys, right, putting towards it. This year, we got 10 under contract. I could push that to 15 realistic in a year, which is unheard of in this business, right?
I don't get it with such a low entry barrier.
People don't know. Brad,
It's $15K. Like, why
Right.
can't you just pop them up everywhere?
what sounds better, AI or a shitty garage shop? On
So,
the side of a
you're
gas
saying just
station?
nobody's looking.
No one knows. And I advise people watching this right now, go online and search Smog. People in this business don't tell you how to start it. I do because I benefit from it. You benefit from it. They don't because you're their competition. I would go ask other Smog shops, hey man, where'd you get your business cards done? They'd laugh in my face. They'd throw my card. Why?
Who uses business cards anymore?
Look, when I first started, again, I didn't know a lot of this stuff, right?
What about like flyers in the neighborhood? Like, what are some of the marketing techniques?
Those are join my program and I got you,
Secrets of the
Brad.
trade?
Yeah. That's the sauce, right? Again, we're providing the same service.
You ever pay those dudes with the boards that flip them around on the street corner,
No.
pointing?
I've had those signs made before. My employee has done that before, yeah. He ended up buying that business actually. And I'm so glad I sold it to him. Yeah. I made him a promise when I first hired him. He said, you got to swear to me, you're selling me the shop. I sold him the shop, $68,000. My first ever shop. I won't say where it is, but that shop built me. And I sold it to him and I know his wife and his son. Beautiful family, yeah. He used to hold that sign every day because it was going to be his own shop one day. That's why. Yeah. But he's making decent amount off that shop. And I know how much he's making now. He's making a killing. Good for him.
And again, it's all about ROI, guys.
Yeah.
He paid 68 G's. If even a year later he got his 68 G's back, that's called a killer investment.
Brad, he made that back within the first 8 months. I'm telling you that.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
I'd like to see where you go.
Thank you.
Now you got the whole bomb squad listening.
Beautiful.
You're building this Smog empire and helping people get into their business. So let me ask you this. What
sir.
would you say to the youngster or the old guy listening right now if you're going to give them one elevator pitch to reach out to you?
One elevator pitch.
Yeah, like what would you be saying to some dude
Yeah.
sitting there listening? Because there's people listening this whole time.
Yeah.
A lot of them are already fucking DMing you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But some of them aren't. They're on the fence. They're thinking, what would you say to them to say, call me?
I'll leave you guys with a quote. One of the best quotes I've ever heard. The best time to start something, to start a business, was yesterday. The second best time to start is today. The longer you wait, if not you, then who? That's basically what I go with all the time. It's never too late to turn your life around, to start. You're talking to someone that literally started from the gutter, sleeping on couches, going around. I had felonies literally hanging across my face like this. 2.35. I graduated high school. I barely walked graduation. I'm no smarter than anyone else. I just took advantage of an opportunity that was literally sitting right in front of me. That's all it is.
You're sitting across from a guy that didn't even graduate high school.
Hey, got to get on Brad's level one day, man.
I'm just saying, like, dude, I didn't even graduate, and look at what I've been able to do. And the reason why is because, in my opinion, I've been able to, first of all, learn to sell, close, and persuade people.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to be able to sell.
Yeah,
you're selling someone to give you that lease, and you're selling someone to do everything. Everybody's 100%. Selling every day. They just don't know it.
Yeah.
So you got to learn to sell. You should probably understand how to leverage AI, because AI is here, and you better learn how to leverage it. And then thirdly, dude, you got to take a chance or work for someone who did.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to take a chance, brother, come apply with the Smog King.
Beautiful.
He'll hire you to work it as a tech. Any techs listening, smogking.net. He's expanding. He's going to need more techs. If you guys are investors and you want to work something out with him, at Smog King, just DM him or go to smogking.net.
Yeah.
And folks, let him know that the Bomb Squad sent you.
Yeah.
And until next time, keep your cars smogged.
There we go.
That's it.
That's
Take
it.
it easy. Keep it real.
Right. See ya.
I was trying to remember. What do I say? Keep it real.
Keep it real.